I've done something quite risky here. I've transferred all of my goodies over to this thing before it can even effectively move. So, like I was saying before, if someone finds me, I'm in a little spot of bother. Cool, I've actually built everything that I placed. Nice. Very nice. It is an ugly ship, but I will gradually make it look nicer as we go along, because I cannot handle flying around in ugly ships. I don't like it. I should be good to now think about where I'm going to place these ion thrusters. And how many do I have, actually? I have... what's that? 400, so I can place 5. I currently have 1 left and 1 right. Okay, so I can only have 1 up, 1 down, 1 back, and 2 forward. It's not a lot. Take off that. Take off that. That's going to be where my 2 forward thrusters go. Where can I put down thrust? Could take out this blast door block. Yeah, I might do that. I'm going to get rid of this blast door block and the interior light. I'm going to put the thruster there. Alright, and I'll slap a reverse thruster on just any old place because it doesn't really matter. Something weird is happening with my gyro control. Mouse control's normal, but Q and E rolling is really weird. I'll roll a little bit and then it'll cut back. And I think it's almost like it's lag related in that it's not accepting my input properly. Let's lose the medium cargo container. That's just bulkiness for no benefit. I'll get rid of the solar panel. Then I think I might leave it mostly as is, except I need to move the battery pack that's hanging out the bottom because it's dangling along in a really awkward spot. So my thoughts on that: I disconnect the merge blocks. I'll just move them in. I can move them in 2 blocks closer than they were previously if I do this. Merge block there and merge block here. Get them to snap into place. They'll lock onto those batteries and that'll bring them in a fair bit closer than they were before. Oh, I can move my survival kit. Yeah, which means I can make this thing really stumpy. How am I going to fit a med bay or a survival kit in here? I kind of want the decorative blocks here. What I may have to do is rearrange this bed and these lockers. Wonderful. Can't build the lockers. I'll deal with that later. What I'm going to do for now, since I don't really want to go to the effort of fitting in a med bay, I'm going to move my survival kit onto this big grid here. Survival kit there. Do I have enough to make 3 medical components? Silver. I'm going to say no because I'm not refining it right now. Because I'm going to make a cryopod, I think. Alright, cockpit. Wait, cockpit, do you have any inventory in you? No. Cockpit can go. Interior light goes. O2H2 goes. Let's just make sure this doesn't split when I disconnect. When I remove the survival kit. I'm pretty sure it won't, but be really annoying if it did. Oh, great. So the reason I wanted those medical components is for the cryopod, because you need it for the cryopod now. And also, if I ground this down like I did and dropped medical components free, I was potentially going to end up with them getting deleted and I would lose my components. Yay! No more Splitsie getting deleted at the end of each session. I am, however, going to be staring at a thruster so that it can be piped. So there's that. Then I'm going to do something a little bit different to what I've currently got arranged here. Get rid of these thrusters. Oh, I've made it. The cockpit is very much upside down from how I would want this arranged. Let's do that. That's better. Makes a lot more sense with the big thrusters pointing downwards, just if I use this on the planet. So because I've got these ports here, I'm going to use them to place my little thrusters for reversing on. And I might even at some point squeeze some in between the cargo containers and the cockpit facing forward, just for some extra braking. I was going to start with a drill on the front of each cargo container. So something probably arranged vertically like that. Conveyor junction in there. And perhaps the third drill like that. Just for something a little bit different. The reason I place them vertically is I can add an extra 3 drills below it, and that should carve me, with then a further one above it, in the center. That should carve me pretty much a clean hole for me to be able to fly through. Should be quite handy. Now it just needs a mini ore detector, and actually maybe I will go with those extra drills. 5 minutes. Go 3 underneath. That does create a problem with where I put that thruster. I will be moving that. Good job, Splitsie. Good job. Clear forethought and planning. Oh, you can only have 5 drills. Aha. Well, that changes things up then. Goodbye. I'll just build the 4th. I totally forgot there were some specific limits. So if you go to if you aren't in a cockpit and you're not looking at any particular block's inventory or anything, you can go to info and see your PCU. You can see all your ships that you've built, and you can see that I've got a maximum number of 5 drills, 5 grinders, and 5 welders. So I'm going to stick with just 4 then. I'm also going to go boring colouring for the moment, and this whole grid is going grey. Because grey is much harder to see against the asteroids. And then I might, just for the fun of it, Titan colour it when I get to Titan. One unfortunate thing I can't do on this because of the PCU limit is I can't drop a beacon regularly about the place. I was tempted at one stage to basically drop beacons for people to find to follow me along, but I realised I would rapidly run out of PCU, and that's going to make the possibility of, well, building anything of use to me very, very slim. Oh. This thing is very awkward to control. Now, I need a power group. So the power group will be the O2H2 gens, the hydrogen thrust, the gyroscopes, and the ore detector. That's the power group. What the power group we're going to do is every time I lock onto the main ship, I am going to turn these all off. I am going to go hop in my cryopod. Doesn't really matter where you are for the server restart, but I figure I've got the cryopod, I may as well use it. And stare at a wall. Connection problem. I think I should just be able to stay in game and it will reconnect when the server comes back up. And we're back. Staring at a wall. And importantly, I did need to get into the cryopod because I may have lost my tools otherwise. And now that I've got good tools, that would be bad. Can't remember how much I might need silver for, but I guess collecting a decent amount while I've got it isn't a bad idea. And that's probably a decent amount. Let's fill this thing up with stone, reconnect, and move on to the next asteroid now that we can. Yeah. I'm going to need to check how much power I've got. I may end up having to cover this thing in solar panels just to try and eke enough power out of it for when I disconnect today and park it. I don't think I'm going to be doing any Titan action today, but I'm going to try and get there so that the next episode can be all getting down and back from Titan and trying to get the gold and the other stuff that's down there if I haven't already gotten it. Because it is genuinely easier to find resources on planets. It's harder to utilize the resources because you have to sift out all the stone and you have to fight the gravity, but every other aspect of it is easier. It's easier to find. Well, it's just easier to find, really. I don't think this is going to work with these two thrusters on here. I'm going to need to move that connector a block out. It is too inset for me to connect with this rig. Medium cargo container. And connector. Now it'll all work. Okay, that's better. I have 4 days of power right now. Awesome. Let's get a move on. I'm so very much wanting to have a grav gen on this thing at some point. What do I need for gravity generator components? It is silver, isn't it? Where are the gravity gen? Gravity components. Silver, gold, cobalt. Quite a lot of cobalt. Yeah, I think cobalt's going to be my big thing I need to get from Titan. I am very slow, but I am moving on energy alone, and that makes me happy. Be nice when I can get a couple of extra ion thrusters to get my speed up a little bit faster and also slow down a little bit faster. I've probably got like 200 kilometers to travel, I think. Judging by the size of Titan, I'd be guessing it's around that sort of margin. Maybe a bit under that. Now that power remaining is with the refinery running. My ugly, boring grey ship that needs a name. And for now, it's going to be the ugly, boring grey ship. Because I think I named my other ship. If we go to info... No. Hop out of the cockpit. Go to info. Yeah, no, that's one ugly mining ship, I think I called it. Because so much of what I'm building so far is ugly. I don't mind the mining ship anymore. It definitely doesn't need the large thrusters for space use, and it makes it quite awkward. But other than that, it's not terrible. It's a bit different, which I like. And I have left the range of the ZMP beacon now. No, I haven't. It had just run its timer. Still another 5Ks before I get out of range, I reckon. I kind of want to investigate it. Do you know what? I'm going to go in on foot with just my welder, grinder, and drill, and I'm going to investigate that, because clearly someone's put a bit of effort into making it behave like the Space Pirate Mayday, or the Space Pirate Dot signal. And that does look suspiciously shiny yellow. My thrusters may not be powerful, but at least my gyro is. That is looking very gold. If that's gold, all I really need to get... It is gold. I'm just going to need to get cobalt from Titan. That's perfect. Because gold deposits on planets tend to be quite thin and annoying to mine, whereas cobalt should be pretty good. I'm going to make a marker there for that. I'm going to drop my good tools, and I'm going to go investigate that beacon. Fill myself up on oxygen, because it's going to be quite a ways to travel. It's 50 k's each way, close to. I'm not going to bring this right in range, I'm just going to bring this close, because it has cargo capacity, so if this is a cheeky present, I'm going to see what it is. And I'm going to bet at this point in the video, the person who made this is going, "Oh, grr, Splitsie, why did you make me wait this long? Why did you not go there straight away? You tease." And that's because I was tempted not to go there, but that's just because I'm afraid. I'm worried someone will do something mean to me. But I've got enough stuff now that I can take the chance. My survival kit's well powered, it's got plenty of stuff there. I'm a little bit more secure after my little bit of piracy. I've just got to hope that timer block turns back on so I can head towards it. Turns the beacon back on. I hope it hasn't run out of power just as I try and go for it. That would suck. I could go collect some ice though, because my generators are empty. Oh, I'm still carrying silver and stone and I didn't empty them out! Well, this was a bust. I've been waiting now, I don't know, like 10-15 minutes trying to see if this thing will come back on. And I'm guessing it's run out of power. So I don't think there's going to be much chance of me spotting it anywhere around here. That's kind of funny that I went to investigate just a bit too late. Well, time to head back to my ship then. Ooh. Yeah, head back to my ship. Oh, no, it's there! It's there! It hasn't run out of power. Okay. Enter. That's GPS. 28 kilometers. That'll give me an idea of just how much further I have to go. So if I lose the signal, I know if I'm getting close. And to stop and wait for it. It hasn't died. Oh, it's out again. So once I get about 28 k's from that, I'll just hold position. I know I was traveling a bit sideways, so I'm probably not going to be anywhere near directly on it, but I could potentially spot it. Oh, if I had a turret, I'd be able to spot it. Because if I turned the turret on and didn't have any ammo in it... Oh, shot up again. 22 k's. Let's line ourselves up properly. Getting back to my ship, if I end up getting killed here, if I don't lose this ship in the process, it's going to be a bit annoying, because my survival kit is all the way back on the main grid. Which is, of course, the safest thing for me to do, given my whole one survival kit challenge that I want to give myself. Yeah. It's a long way to travel, because it's almost 40 k's away. Or 45-ish. I might stop at like 4 k's out from this thing. There's not too much further to go. It'll be pretty hard to spot this thing at 4 k's, because I'm going to guess that the sync distance is on this server going to be the default, which is 3 kilometers. Can't see anything yet, so it's whatever it is, it's small. Oh, I see something. I'm inside its turret range and I'm not getting shot. 200 meters out. It looks like a solar panel. No. That's boring. Who made this? Ramon. Dang it. This is a solar panel, battery, and antenna. And the reason it's turning on and off is not because of a timer. It's because of the solar power being inadequate to power the antenna until the battery gets enough charge. I wonder what Ramon was doing with this thing. Oh, I wonder if this is a relay. That's what I'm really tempted to do. Let's give it a little nudge. I'm not gonna grind it down. There's just not enough there. That's too funny. I was hoping for something more exciting. Well, back I go, and then on to Titan. I really wonder what that was for. Ramon, you're gonna have to tell me. Let me know what that thing was supposed to do. Oh, that comment will make more sense to them after they see this video, but right now probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It would be pretty funny if someone tries to capture me. I would definitely play along. So if someone hunting me does manage to find me and has some guns, just threaten me with them. I will probably submit if I don't think if I haven't got a jump drive to escape with, or if I'm on a planet. Dang you, Ramon. This was a long way to come to check out that thing. Oh gosh. Such a weird little ship with the overhang of the batteries over the cockpit. So there's oh, there we go. The asteroid finally showed up. I was about to say, there's a funny thing that happens on the server sometimes. The asteroids don't become visible unless you hop in and out of a cockpit. And as I knew I was getting close to one, I was not comfortable with the concept of it being invisible. And now I regret my lack of lights. I'm going to need lots of gold, so I want to maximize my collection of this. Having a couple of jump drives is going to make my life much, much simpler. Okay, we're full enough now. That'll be one load. I think I've got close to 100,000 kilos of ore. I really don't know what the refining rate is though, and if I don't easily find gold again, which seems plausible, it would be really annoying to have left more of it behind here and get myself stuck as a result. 117,000 gold. Surely that's going to be enough. Oh, I'll do one more load. Alright, that'll do. That is all the gold I'm going to try and collect. Obviously, I'll still have this marker, so if I do get a single jump drive, I could jump to this and collect more. So hopefully what I've got is enough. Everything I need. So it's going to get pretty ridiculous hauling all this stuff around while I'm waiting to have all the different necessary bits. How much silver have I collected? 1,300. I have so much more silver than I'm ever likely to need. Jeez. Let's take the silver out of there and let's put the gold in instead. I need the platinum and the gold, so I'll just leave both of them going. Alright, up out of here, up into my main ship, and I'm going to get over to Titan at about the slowest acceleration I've ever experienced. Reverse thruster off. Let's roll. Ooh. I need an oxygen tank and an oxygen farm, potentially. Because I'm going to be putting all of the ice into hydrogen. Just thinking about that, because I saw that my O2 was a bit low. I should be able to do this while I'm on the move. My ping should allow that. Where shall I put this O2 tank? I know I got rid of the one that was on here. There we go. That'll ensure that I will have some oxygen, and I won't die. Because if I'm in the cryopod and I run out of oxygen, that would be bad. 0.22 liters per minute. That's not good. How about now? Oh, there we go. Still nothing going to the tank, though. Wonder what it's trying to fill at the moment. I mean, 1.38 liters a minute is actually pretty slow, so I'm probably not even seeing that show up. Oh, I have 2 liters of oxygen in it! Yes! Okay, it's working. Incredibly slowly, but it's working. That means I should be able to survive. What I think I'm going to do is, in between now and when I do the next recording, I'm going to slowly make my way towards Titan, and with each time I have to stop, I'm going to find an asteroid nearby to hide myself in a little bit. I'm still pretty close to the alien planet, so it does make me a bit nervous just stopping in open space. I know people are more likely to go to an asteroid, but they're also likely to spot a ship of this size just floating out in the middle of nowhere. I know I'm not particularly observant, yet I'm still not likely to miss that. So let's head for this asteroid and park there until I can next get on the server. It is going to take me a long time to slow down, so I may well choose that asteroid there. Because I think I'm going to be long past that before I slow down. Oh, it'd be so bad if I was on target for something. Or maybe that asteroid there. Or that asteroid there. Or that one there. Just know that wherever I stop, that's not going to be the episode that goes out today, so I'll be probably long gone from that asteroid before. Refineries off. O2H2 generators off. Air vent off. Alright, 5 days of power. 4 or 5 days of power. Something around there. That's not too bad. And then when I turn the gyro off, that'll give me a bit more. I'll turn all the ions off, that'll get me more still. I should probably turn the assembler off. Only takes 1 kilowatt, but that's still 1 kilowatt I don't need to burn. I've been lucky so far with how I've been doing my power generation that I haven't had to worry really... Well, I haven't had to worry too much, and I was able to get all those power efficiency modules on my assembler and refinery. But I am expecting at some point, particularly when I'm trying to charge up a jump drive, if I haven't yet found any uranium, life's going to be hard. Life's going to be very, very, very difficult. I am slightly thinking if I haven't found a source of uranium, what I might need to do is fly down to the planet or to Titan, build a whole large array of wind turbines to charge because it's going to be much quicker than solar, and then strip it all down once it's charged, come back up to space and do my one big jump before I then figure out what I'm going to do at my next stop. The other option would be using ice and engines to charge, which I could probably do quite easily landing on an ice lake on one of the planets. That actually might be a better option now that I think about it, because I could have a big array of things that I can actually take with me and can continue to generate stuff once I leave. Yes, that makes a lot more sense than turbines. Jeez. Turbines. What kind of dope are you, Splitsie? Right, let's start slowing down. I see blue. Wonder if it's cobalt. I wonder if it's cobalt that's making that blue on the asteroid. Would be quite handy to get access to some now. Obviously, the big downside of using ion thrusters is that I am burning through my safety net of power just by thrusting around. It's not a lot of fuel. It's not a lot of oxygen. Hopefully one of the blue things is ice. Oh, it could be magnesium, not cobalt, that I find here. That is looking a bit magnesium-ish. I'm deliberately pulling in this slowly because I am not confident in my braking power whatsoever. I have a 500-ton ship, and not a lot of stopping power. Most of my ship weight is things like my resources, but still. Oh, it is cobalt. Maybe it's cobalt and magnesium. Oh, it's all cobalt. Wow. That's a lot of cobalt. Obviously, hiding like this... hiding is relative. But the closer I am to the rock, the less likely I am to be spotted. And also, if I'm not directly over a deposit, I'm less likely to be spotted. Of course, if someone comes along with turrets, that's not going to matter. Obviously, hiding in a crevice is going to dramatically limit the effectiveness of that oxygen farm. But I guess I'll find out how much oxygen, or if I use any when I'm in a cryopod and offline. So I've never actually tested that. Okay, refinery goes off. Gyro goes off. Ion thrusters go off. Why are 2 ion thrusters not in the group? Because I can't see them at all. The main reason to turn off the ion thrusters is not for power, but for their blue glow. I still can't see them. Oh, it's still called small thruster. Oh. Right, because this is such an old grid. Before there were hydrogen and atmospheric thrusters. Makes sense? Alright, I know there's the big green glow of all the things, but still, if I turn my gyro on and roll, that'll hopefully obscure those a bit. Sweet! Well, I feel like today was very successful. I have got the large grid ship I was wanting. I've got enough space for everything I need for now, but I will need to expand this thing quite considerably to fit a jump drive and all that sort of stuff on it. I don't really want my cryopod right nestled up against an ion thruster, so I will change that at some point. So there's all that, and plenty more to come, and I might see you then. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Stare at the wall.